I have a list of questions for Megan Rice.
That's what I heard.
I'm not going to read them verbatim. But first of all, playing Evansville, you guys have won the last couple of games against Evansville. Just tell me a little bit about playing against them, and do you expect anything different from them?
Well, I do. I expect them to play very differently. They're one of the hottest teams coming into this tournament. We played really well against them twice, and I don't think we have seen their best, and I think we have to go into this game preparing for their best.
Is this Drake versus everybody else in the Valley after what they've been able to do making the run through the tournament?
I think that's what most people believe. You know, they've played so well, they've earned that, and you know, so many teams have. There have not been a lot of teams play close with them. There have been a handful play close, but just couldn't pull it off. So I think most people feel like it is Drake versus the world.
Do you think it is?
You know, I don't. And that's nothing against Drake. I just feel different at tournament time for me personally. You know, I think there's so many things that can happen. You have to play to win. You have to put 3 great games back to back to back, and I think that could be anybody, to be honest with you. So although I think, you know, Drake has to be the favorite going into this tournament, you know, I feel like anybody could come out of there with a win.
After last season's tournament, you kind of talked about what your feelings were going in and how confident you were of what you guys could do and were going to do. Do you have any of those feelings this time?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of confidence going in. I really do. I think our players have continued to practice hard through this stretch, and I think that's been really important for your confidence. I think they understand how we need to play, and that gives me a lot of confidence, knowing that they get it and they understand it. Now we just have to go out and execute it. So we've been trying to find ways to continue to get better, and you know, we talk about that all the time, and I think our team really bought in, and they're going up there with a little bit more experience than most of the teams.
The situation for you guys is almost identical to last year. I know it's a different team and you guys are a different unit than you were, but how much confidence, or I guess, do you take in the fact that you're the 3 seed again, you were the first 3 seed to do this, and you could be the second 3 seed to do this?
Well, I think it's not anything that we'll talk about as a team, but I think in our back of our minds, I think we all understand that. We're going to try to keep our schedule very consistent with what we did last year, and in terms of our shoot-around times and practice. It's just a long day on Friday waiting around to play that game, but we've done that before. We did it this past weekend. So I think the first thing you've got to do is get your team focused on that first game. I think that's going to be the most important thing.
You guys have had some younger players that didn't have roles establish themselves in the regular season. What's the difference now in the postseason? Do they have to make that step again?
I think so. I think it's different. I think postseason feels different, and it should feel different. I mean, it's March Madness, and I think the unique thing about us playing in the second weekend, we've had all week to watch a lot of basketball games and to really feel what it's like to watch upsets, to watch close games, and to see friends and, you know, former teammates playing. I think it's been neat for our team and for our staff to watch that. You know, I think when we go up there, hopefully our upperclassmen will have poise about themselves, which will translate and transfer down to some of our younger players. But we had a lot of players play last year in big minutes. A lot of players played crucial minutes with low numbers on their minutes, but very crucial moments. So hopefully that will carry over.
You talk just about Liza winning first team All-Valley.
Oh yeah, I'm really proud of Liza. To me, obviously she was a lock with how she's performed this year and how she scored, but I'm really proud of the other stats that she has just really improved in and become consistent in. And to me, she's becoming a well-rounded player.
Do you have any superstitions about, you know, eat at the same place up there, practice at the same place, same time, anything like that?
You know, we try to keep things the same. I don't know that it's necessarily superstition. I don't, you know, I'm not superstitious. So if there's something we can keep consistent, we will. But I think it's more routine now than anything else.
So do you spit in the river, or do you do anything like that?
No, we'll have our pep rallies with our fans. I think that'll be the thing that our players are going to make sure that we get over there and we get to visit with those folks.
Can you just talk a little bit about Alexa? I mean, how she's kind of stepped up late, and all freshman team, that kind of thing for the Bears.
Yeah, really proud of Alexa. Again, about midway through the conference schedule, I think she really came on strong and probably sealed her spot on the all-freshman team. You know, she's able to do a lot of different things. This has been a long season for our freshmen, and I think for her, you know, now it's regroup and find a way to make plays again in the tournament.
All right, I got one more question here. If I don't ask, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, she has written down here, do you like the way your team has played going into the tournament?
Okay.
I know you guys lost the last 2 games, so.
Yeah, you know, it's this weekend. Obviously, we wanted to come out of this weekend with wins. There's no doubt. But I did like our competitiveness, and I liked our focus. We just didn't execute the way we needed to for 40 minutes. We were a little inconsistent with our offensive execution. So if we can clean that up, you know, I think our players will feel good about what we're doing. That's a big task. That's a very big task. We have to be better. But I did like our competitiveness, and I liked our fire and our attitudes. So going into the tournament, if we can carry that in, I feel good about it.
The Drake shootout was crazy.
Drake shootout. That's good. That's a good way to say it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.